Epilogue. And they carried on, as always, jumping from one subject to another for hours and hours. Their conversations were usually frivolous and trivial, at least so they seemed to me, though sometimes they went into things a little more deeply and philosophized in their own way. However, I was deeply moved by their escape stories. They were just a series of thrilling adventures to me. True, but they deserve to be told because I believe they reveal something more. Their protagonists all had an indomitable spirit of rebellion and a longing for freedom above everything else. And I must emphasize, above everything else. As for me, nothing could take the place of freedom other than death. I could not conceive of prison as anything other than synonymous with death. Before meeting these people, I had never thought of the possibility of finding myself prisoner. Even afterwards, it's still difficult. I can imagine being locked up in a cage, but not much more than that. I'd have stopped eating, singing, skipping, in other words, living. Not them. Later, with fragments of other conversations, I managed to find out how their stories ended. Number 2 was recaptured in Cordoba 2 months and 10 days after his escape. He went into a bar. A woman recognized him from the newspapers and alerted the police. He was surrounded by 5 or 6 policemen in plain clothes, and when they saw he was trapped, they arrested him. Number 6 enjoyed his freedom for 71 days. One of his accomplices grassed him up, and the house in Granada where he was hiding was stormed by the Geos. Number 4 was arrested in Utrera on September 1st in the stupidest way. A traffic cop started to get suspicious of him and pointed a gun at him. Number 12 was arrested as he was coming out of a shop 15 days after his escape. Number 10 fell on August 28th during a control by undercover police at a bus station in Seville. Number 8 ended up like number 6. On December 27th, the Geos stormed the building in Barcelona where he was hiding. All of them ended up the same way, back in prison. But they didn't give up. They continued to struggle, again and again. They had escaped many times, and they would keep on doing so. They had made rebellion and escape their way of life, their philosophy. They would die for it. They would kill if necessary, but they would never give up. That never.